to your right. Back in 2006, if I'm not mistaken, you played in a similar game at the Red Square in Moscow. Compare the two experiences, if we would, this one and that one. Obviously, very, very different atmospheres and.
Same kind of atmosphere. I mean, the Red Square was a special place to play for sure. And it was 60th anniversary of Russian hockey, 50th anniversary of their first gold medal, and I believe the 25th anniversary of the Krutov-Larionov Makarov line. So it was a total celebration of that. The Red Square was just open, and it was equally as great as the event here today.
Front right.
For Wayne and Mark, over here to your right, if you care.
Right side, front right.
For Wayne and Mark, both Edmonton and Winnipeg's current teams are loaded with young players, just kind of on the cusp of their careers. And I'm wondering what's the value in experiencing some of this kind of franchise history for players at that stage of their career, or is it all just for us old guys?
Well, I think there's, if you just look at the great franchises in the National Hockey League, and if you just want to start with the Montreal Canadiens, one of the greatest things about the Montreal Canadiens is their tradition and their history. And everybody that comes into that organization is well aware of the responsibility you have every time you put that jersey on. And I only think it's a positive to have that kind of knowledge of what's gone on in the past, and it's not going to change anything on the ice for these guys, but I think it definitely serves as a reminder that there's a huge obligation and responsibility when you play for an organization, and starting with the guy sitting next to you in the dressing room, all the way up through management, all the way up through the ownership, and of course extending all the way out into the community and the city that you play in. So I think from that perspective, yeah, it's very important. But we could talk to the kids all day long, but until they experience it themselves and go through the hardships and the failures and the successes themselves, that's how they really get the real tangible experience that they need to move through their careers.
Yeah, and I think that it's up to the individuals too. As kids in Edmonton at 17, 18, 19, we idolized the great teams, the Montreal Canadiens, and the great players, and we wanted to emulate them. We wanted to be them, but we also wanted to make our own history. So it's up to you as an individual team, as an individual organization, individual player, to what part and what role you see past players and past teams as part of your life. And you can either take it in and grasp it, or say, you know what, they can't win a game for us. We have to go out there. We accepted, as a group of young guys, we idolized everybody who played before us. And I think it helped us make us a better franchise.
Chris Johnson, front left.
Wayne, I'm wondering, what will your lasting memory be of today? What stood out to you about the atmosphere and everything you experienced here?
Well, listen, there's nothing negative at all about the day. It was a tremendous crowd for an alumni game. You can tell how big hockey is here. The hockey obviously wasn't great hockey, but it was competitive, and the game ended the way it should end, with the best player on the ice on the home team scoring a big goal, and good for him and good for the franchise and great for the city. Tomorrow is the real game, though. Tomorrow is what matters, and this isn't going to change our livelihood. But we had a great experience. We had a wonderful night on Friday, and we had a great day today. Just enjoyed playing the game. Probably was a bad trade when we traded Willie, and that probably cost us the game.
All right.
It's essentially the same question for Mark and Paul. What did you guys take away from not just the game, but the entire experience?
For me personally, it's just the incredible passion in across Canada, and it doesn't matter where you go, where you stop at, where you play. Winnipeg was just another reminder of the incredible passion and the respect and the relationship between the players, past and present. Today was are the days that, kind of transcend the game into a bigger than just the game itself, what it means to be a player, what it means to be a fan, the relationship and the link between the two. So for me, I just, when you skate on the ice, I was a long way from my first shift in the old Winnipeg arena here as a 17-year-old playing for the Indianapolis Racers, and coming here, I don't know how many years later, and seeing where hockey's come, and to be able to fill an arena like this with players that are long past their primes. It's just a testament to the people here in Canada in general.
I probably should have trained it a little harder. My flipping legs wouldn't move out there. It was no, it was great. It was fun. I mean, anytime you can come back to Western Canada, to the prairies, it's always special. And the Jets have just been so thankful to all us guys for coming, which we kind of think it was our obligation. Our leaders sitting to my left and to Mark's right. I mean, anytime Wayne asks us to do something, if he's going to be involved, it's a quick yes for us, and it's something that we enjoy. We know time's getting on, so it's important for us to share good times together, and today was definitely it.
Front left.
Wayne, it's been a while since we've seen you play in one of these games. I was wondering what you thought of how you played, how you thought you played.
I stink. I'm really bad. At least I forewarned people. Mark went down and he snapped that first goal, and then went down and snapped the second one. I was like, oh my God, he could still play. Nobody's thinking that about Wayne Gretzky. But I didn't have any expectations, and I didn't tell anybody that I was going to go out there and be a Wayne Gretzky of the 80s. But, when you play in the NHL, you get to play with the greatest players, and you meet the nicest people and the greatest memories. And there's only one National Hockey League, and when I retired from there, that was it. I don't have the same excitement to go play pickup hockey with buddies. I love the game. I love every aspect of the game. But I have no interest to play with guys who are not at my level at one point in time. So I don't play hockey anymore. I play once a year. I love it when I do go out there. But, I'm 56 in 2 months, and that might have been. I'm not doing a road show, but that might have been my last game. I mean, it's hard now, and it's just tough to tie up your laces.
I mean, you might have thought there's one pass you made in the first period when you went into the corner and you whipped a blind backhand into the slot right on the tape. It bounced off your stick. Yeah, I saw it.
I grabbed it. It was a beautiful pass. It was a glimpse of 1982. Got it. I looked to my left to see if I could dish it off, then tried to shoot it so hard I beat it up and flipped it in the corner.
Yeah,
Did you see me there, or is that one of those eyes in the back of your head pass?
I saw you in the glass. No, it's we all have the same thought process and the same hockey sense. That does never leave you. We don't have the same hands and the same speed. I mean, we could do it at not the speed they play today, but back in the 80s when it was the best speed in hockey, we could do it at a high level. We can still do it now. It's just not the same speed. And you could see the difference of Solani, who just retired, and other guys who'd been retired for a long time. It was a lot like when Mark played in 03, he was still playing, and he was so much better than everybody else, because the guys who play at that level, it's a different kind of speed,
We'll do a couple more back right.
There was a lot of talk before the game about this being the last time you guys would skate together.
Yeah.
If that's so, is that probably a good thing, or?
Oh, yeah. It was a great thing. But, when we do it together, the guys love it. And I think it's great for our organization as a whole. We had a mixture of, we had the first NHL Oiler captain, Blair McDonald, and he had a goal. We had younger guys like Steos and Ryan Smith. It was a good mix, you know, of older, younger guys. The one thing we have in common as hockey players and as teams is that one day we're eventually everyone is going to be a retired NHL player. And that's the one thing we all have in common. And you don't think about that when you're playing, and you shouldn't think about it. But one day, this group of guys here, hopefully they make their path to history, both in Winnipeg and in Edmonton, and they'll enjoy the days and nights of doing some of these kind of events. We do these because they're fun. We raise a lot of money for charities, and it's good publicity for the National Hockey League. It's great for the game.
Last question, back left.
Mark over here. We were inside talking, just right over here. We were talking to Dave Lumley, and he was saying that when you guys were down 4-1, that you kind of stood up and had a few words for the guys. Yeah, sure, the speed is a little slower and the hands are gone, but I guess that drive is still there, right? I mean, you want to play. You still have pride.
Everybody's got a tremendous amount of pride. Hockey is just an incredibly hard game, and it's just a testament to the players and the conditioning that they're in, the way that they can play. And when you don't play, it's a reminder of how hard a game it is. But as Wayne says, nobody loses their competitiveness. Nobody loses their mind for the game and the thought process for the game and knowing where people are. It's just that the conditioning and the leg strength that you need in order to execute things is just not there. The core strength, the leg conditioning. And so it's just really hard to play. But the competitiveness is still there. Nobody was happy when we were down 4-1, I can assure you that. Trying to figure out a way to climb back and get in the game and make a game of it. So it was exciting for everybody. It was obviously the goal for everybody, and we're able to do that and make it competitive. And as Wayne said, the best player, fittingly, although I'll never admit it's good to lose, but he made a great play and scored on 2 great penalty shots.
Thank you very much.
All right, gang, thank you.